JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Jean Panton interrogated again, allowed to go home. Jean Panton, the woman at the center for multi-billion-dollar fraud at securities dealers Stocks and Securities Limited (SSL), was again questioned by police on Tuesday. Panton, a former wealth advisor at SSL, was questioned in the presence of her attorney and allowed to go home. The police declined to give a timeline for when charges would be levied against Panton, but said they are continuing their probe in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI. Panton, the main suspect in the fraud, reportedly indicated in a document that she started taking money from clients' accounts as far back as 2010. It is estimated that billions of dollars have been fleeced from at least 40 accounts, one of which was reportedly opened on behalf of Jamaican Olympic legend Usain Bolt via a limited liability company. Cops kill man in shootout, gun seized. A man was killed in an alleged shootout with the police in Old Harbour, St. Catherine on Wednesday morning. An illegal gun was seized following the incident, the police said. The deceased has not yet been identified. Information received is that around 3:45 a.m., police responded to reports of cars being broken into along Lauriston Avenue in a community known as Ainsley Lodge. While patrolling the area, the police accosted a man who brandished a gun and opened gunfire. The lawman returned the fire and the man was hit. He was reportedly rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The police said one 10-folio pistol with a magazine containing 4 rounds was taken from him. The Independent Commission of Investigations (INDECOM) has since been informed of the incident. Man gunned down in Sanguinetti, Clarendon. Police are probing the murder of a man in Sanguinetti, Clarendon on Wednesday morning. A reliable source identified the deceased as 22-year-old Kurt Douglas. A police source said about midnight, Douglas was leaving a party in Sanguinetti when he was shot. Westmoreland man killed after parking vehicle in churchyard. A man was gunned down moments after parking his vehicle on a church compound at Gordon District in White House, Westmoreland on Tuesday evening. That is 39-year-old Ordell Salmon, a truck driver from the community. Reports are that Salmon had just arrived home and parked his white Isuzu motor truck at White House Church of God of Prophecy compound when a blue Toyota Axio drove up and stopped behind him. A man then alighted from the car, brandished a handgun, and opened gunfire at Salmon. Salmon then alighted from his truck and ran into his yard, where he was chased by the lone gunman, who continued firing at him. The report said Salmon then collapsed in a section of his yard where the gunman stood over him and shot him multiple times. The gunman then walked out of the yard and escaped in the same blue Toyota Axia motor car in the direction of Blue Fields. Salmon was rushed to the Black River Hospital where he was pronounced dead. This is the second person killed in the community in less than 72 hours. On Saturday night, 32-year-old construction worker Damian Thompson was murdered outside a bar. No motives have yet been established for the killings, the police said. Woman's decomposed body found in St. Catherine. The decomposed body of a woman was found in Orange Valley District in Loydesville, St. Catherine on Tuesday afternoon. The body is believed to be that of 56-year-old Angela Buchanan, otherwise called Imo, from Union District in Loydesville. It was reported that around 4 p.m., residents saw the decomposed body and summoned the police. Upon arrival, the police investigated and realized the body was that of a female. The police said the hands, stomach, and a part of her face appeared to have been eaten by animals. A coach was seen close to the body, the police said. Information received indicated that last Thursday, Miss Buchanan was reported missing at the Shady Grove police station by a relative. 73-year-old farmer burned to death in Clarendon. Efforts are underway to determine if an elderly Clarendon farmer's tendency to rely on a kerosene lamp for illumination had anything to do with her fiery death after her home was razed by fire. According to the police, the body of 73-year-old Violet Thomas Smythe was found in her house in Matney in the parish on Tuesday night. Reports are that about 9 p.m., residents saw fire coming from the woman's house and called the police. Lawmen arrived to find the one-bedroom board house completely destroyed. After the cooling down process, Smythe's charred remains were found. Information gathered so far by investigators is that Smythe, who lives alone, usually uses a kerosene oil lamp at night. Investigations continue. Man charged for robbery at school in St. Elizabeth. A 34-year-old St. Elizabeth man has been charged by the police in relation to a robbery at school. It's McCoy Stevenson, otherwise called Ratty, of Ridge District, who is charged with breaking and entering and larceny. The incident occurred on January 19. The police report that about 2:30 p.m., a staff member of the school securely locked the canteen and left. Upon her return, she discovered that a board window was forced open and grocery items amounting to $20,000 were missing, according to the police. Stevens was later held by residents and handed over to the police. According to the police, he later admitted to the act. He was formally charged on Monday, February 13. St. Elizabeth policewoman charged in rape and robbery case offered $300,000 bail. The policewoman charged with attempting to pervert the course of justice and misconduct in a public office in relation to an ongoing investigation of rape and robbery allegedly committed by another member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force was offered bail when she appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court on Wednesday. Constable Laverne Hendricks, 44, was offered bail in the sum of $300,000 when she appeared before presiding judge Broderick Smith. She is to report to the Newmarket Police Station on Sundays between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. A fingerprint order was also made. Hendricks is being represented by attorney Jody Taylor and is scheduled to appear in court on April 19 in Black River. Property manager accused of embezzling almost $4 million from tenants. A property manager accused of embezzling over $3 million from tenants at the Diocese of Jamaica was offered bail in the sum of $600,000 when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. Wayne Morrison, 46, was charged with 3 counts of embezzlement after he allegedly collected money from 3 tenants between June and October 2022, but failed to submit the monies to his employer's accounts department. The sum totaled $3,900,000. The court was told that the investigating officer indicated that when the police officers had gone to arrest Morrison at the Diocese of Jamaica, he informed them that he needed to go upstairs to retrieve something. After the police officer asked if they could accompany him, he reportedly refused and was arrested immediately. The police officer, the court was told, feared Morrison wanted to escape. Additionally, Morrison supposedly still has the login to the building, and as such, he was not offered station bail for the fear that he could return to the location. Despite this, the prosecution did not oppose bail. Instead, it was recommended that strict conditions be imposed if he was to be offered bail. Morrison's attorney told Senior Parish Judge Lauren Cole Montague that since he was arrested at his place of work, he would have had a bag and other belongings in the Diocese of Jamaica building, which were later retrieved by a relative. It was also revealed that Morrison is a single parent of a 7-year-old child. He has never had any adverse brush with the law, the attorney said. Morrison was ultimately offered a $600,000 bail with 1 to 2 sureties. He was ordered to report to the nearest police station on Mondays to Fridays between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and to surrender all travel documents. A stop order for Morrison was also placed at all ports and is not to return to the business. Morrison is to return to court on March 7 when the prosecution anticipates that the case file will be completed. Morrison is to return to court on March 7 when the prosecution anticipates that the case file will be completed. SOEs declared in Clarendon, St. Ann and Kingston Western. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced that states of public emergency SOEs have been declared for the entire parishes of Clarendon and St. Ann, as well as the Kingston Western Police Division, following a surge in criminal activities in those areas. Holness said that on the advice of the Commissioner of Police, the Chief of Defence Staff, and the Governor General, Sir Patrick Allen. These SOEs are for an initial period of 14 days, beginning at midnight on February 15. He said the government's main priority is to use all lawful and constitutional measures to protect the lives of innocent citizens. Organized crimes are the main source and cause of violence, leading to fear and terror in some communities. The government must protect innocent citizens from these criminal gangs and therefore must act, Holness said. In December last year, SOEs were reimposed in St. Ann, Clarendon, St. Catherine, and specified areas of Kingston and St. Andrew to deal with the criminal activities in these areas, which Holness describes as a threat to property and in some instances public disorder. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang stressed that extreme criminality, as recorded in the specified areas, requires equally strong and decisive enforcement measures to protect law-abiding citizens. The government is committed to taking the actions necessary to protect its citizens. In free and democratic societies like Jamaica, focused short-term enforcement measures are justifiable to save lives. The use of the states of public emergency in these instances is a necessary and effective response to the high level of criminal violence within the identified areas, he said. Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, further explained that the Clarendon Police Division had the third highest murder across all police divisions, with a total of 15 murders. He added that although the Central Police Division reported 50% fewer murders in January 2023 than in the corresponding period in 2022, there was a 22% increase in murders as of February 11. Anderson also noted that the Kingston Western Police Division had the highest number of murders and shooting incidents across all police divisions, with a total of 17 murders and 12 shooting incidents recorded from January 1 to February 10. This is a 31% increase in murders and a 20% increase in shooting incidents when compared to the same period in January 2022. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.